That is, again, not my style, but this is really good. I like it. This is cool. Hey guys, today is a pretty shitty day because I'm just sitting here dealing with business stuff. We got some releases coming up, one by Jail Collins, which is really amazing. You just heard it in the intro. Just 2 more weeks and we try everything to push it as hard as we can actually. And there's also some internal stuff, some DJ courses, like everything going on here in the studio today that is just keeping me away from actually making music, producing and listening to music. But I got now a little bit of time to actually do another episode of track submits where you guys send me songs, I listen to them and give you feedback. Today a special edition will concentrate on the drops. So welcome to the studio, welcome to Track Submits, the segment within my daily DJ and producer vlog where I share my life, how I make music, touring and all this kind of stuff here on this channel. Today it's just me giving feedback to your song. So let's start with the first one. This one is by Oh The Freya and it's called his first song, and it is actually his first full song that he ever produced. He just started 10 months ago, and for that it's actually pretty good. Like, it's not bad. Like, the melody is in there, the structure is in there, there's a little bit of mixing in there, so that's already really a good starting point. Definitely better than my very first productions. As you all know, they really sucked. But this one, yeah, a good starting point. I mean, it's definitely not perfect and there's still a lot of stuff you could actually do. And it confuses me a little because the drop is like, it's going up and up and up, the build up. And then there's like a little twist in it that I personally don't really like. It throws me a little off. I would just keep it simple. Trance, progressive house is like always up, up. Chords, pads, and the main melody, cut off, open it, more reverb, and then just introduce the kick, and you basically got a basic drop for this kind of style, and it just works. But yeah, for a first song, good. I would just say just keep it up, keep on making this kind of music, and in a year it will sound maybe 20% better, and in 5 years or 4 years you might actually be ready for a release. Let's get to the next one by Crab X called Big Dough. It's his rough mix.
Cars my driveway got black on black on black on gray. Cars my driveway got black on black on black on gray. Cars my driveway got black on black on black on gray. Cars my driveway got black on black on black on gray.
That's pretty good, like yeah, it's a good song. I mean, it's not my style. I'm not so into, I mean, what is it, like dubstep actually? It's not really my thing, but it's good. I mean, everything is in there that you need, all of the elements. The drop is all right. The mixing is all right. I think, yeah, also like the vocal snippets that are in there is very good. So I think there's someone really close to release, or maybe even being already able to release it on a label. Again, I'm not so into this kind of music, so I don't know the scene. I don't know what he has to compete against, but it sounds like a full finished song. There's nothing that I'm missing or something that is entirely screwed up. So yeah, congrats, just keep it up. So this one by Zap called Sub Crawl, experimental electro. Let's start with the good things. I absolutely love the combination of kick and clap. It works. Like, it has the snap, the kick sits right. Like, those two elements are like really good, like extremely good actually. But the rest of the song sounds very muddy and mushy and like pushes everything down a little. There is no real bass line. There is just this one synth doing some wobbly, mysterious kind of thing that isn't really well defined. So I don't know if this is intended. Again, music is art, and I mean, this could be his intention, but I personally would take the kick, the clap, add a bass line, a simple groove, and then maybe an arpeggiator, and you got actually a cool progressive kind of sounding song that would actually work. And another thing I don't like, and that's something I think that doesn't work even if it's intended, and that's the arrangement. Even if you intend on having a non-commercial, non-standardized arrangement, you should still at least have an arrangement. This is just an endless loop for like 3 minutes something that sounds almost the same at every spot. Yes, sometimes the kick is not there, sometimes it's back in again, but there's no real contrast. It's so important whenever you make music, because music is the only art that is over time, except for movies, but movies are pictures and music together. You have to make sure that the listener is entertained for the entire duration. A lot of people forget that. They make a loop, they make a drop that works, but forget about making it actually listenable for the normal people from start to finish. So definitely redo the arrangement on this one. Rick Lewis High, yeah, I mean, it has the style, the right elements, and the first song actually that has like a proper drop. But here's one problem that a lot of people actually have. The volume between the break and the drop isn't right. And this can sometimes be due to mastering. Usually in mastering, the quiet parts will be louder at the end. So for example, on my songs, the breaks usually get pulled up in volume. So while mastering, we cut it and master the breaks differently to keep the volume change right. And here is just like a too big change between the break and the drop. The break should be actually a little bit louder, and the drop has a way too loud kick. It's too much. It's like, it's too heavy, it's hitting too hard, and not in a good way, it's hitting in a muddy way. And I mean, you can see in the analyzer, there's a lot going on below 40 Hertz, which shouldn't be there. So please check the tuning on your kick, maybe tune it up a little to 50 Hertz. It's usually a good point for electronic dance music. And also make sure that the sub bass and the higher maybe top bass, if you've used one, also is cut so that you actually have a pretty clean song below 40 Hertz, because that stuff is just like rumble, just energy that is making sure that your song can't get up to loudness and use its full potential. Just get rid of those frequencies. No one can really hear them, no speaker can really play them, so just get rid of it. Really good drop by Verax, a song called Messiah. It's good. I mean, again, not my style of music, but it works. The build-up works, the drop works. There's just something strange about the sub bass. I don't know what it is. It almost sounds like it's like stereo. I don't know if it is. I mean, I'm sitting a little off axis. No, it's just like, it's a little loud. It sits on top of the mix. So maybe just lower the sub bass a tiny bit. And yeah, I mean, everything is there that you need. I'm not a huge fan of the main sound actually, but it works. It works. Yeah, it's just really not my music. It's too hectic. I mean, you know me, I'm a chill dude. This is not for me, but it's complete. It's a song. Definitely not bad. Next up by Plume, a song called Fire, and I absolutely love the cover. This looks really, really dope. Again, not my style, but this is really good. I like it. This is cool. Good stuff. Sounds very complete. The mixing is fine. It could be a tiny bit better. It's still a little rough, but I think this roughness also fits to the style, so I think it could actually pass as it is. Everything is in there, a lot of call and response kind of sounds, which is really a lot of work, so congrats. So far, I think the best song that we've listened to today. So let's see if the last one for today can actually beat that one. It's by Scotch and called Reposado. A way more chill, deep house kind of song. It's a little too full in my opinion. There's already too much going on. I mean, the track about electronic dance music, and that's always what makes it sound so good, and also for hip-hop music, have as few elements as possible to have like a complete section and make those sounds as big as possible so that it sounds full, rich, warm, and all of the frequencies are there, but you're actually just using a few elements to do so. It's a little cluttered and there's too much going on. The EQing on all of the elements could be more precise. Make sure to EQ the kick and bass so that they go well together, don't overlap, but also that there is not too much of a gap between them. Here, the low end is really full and the mid section, the mid frequency section is also really full. I would just try and get rid of some elements, and the ones that remain, just make them a little better EQ'd, better effects, maybe also better sounds that you actually start with to make this a good song. But the arrangement is really good. It's like a standard deep house arrangement that definitely works. And the drums, to be honest, they sound a little tech housey, which isn't necessarily bad, but for deep house I would actually use other samples, like less high frequencies actually, make it chilled, make it a little dull. The off hi-hat sounds very tech house. In deep house, you won't actually use that much, if that's what you're going for. But you can also, of course, fuse deep house with tech house, and it would definitely work. So I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments which of all of these songs you liked the most, and which one you didn't like, and which drop actually was the best. I personally would go with Fire by Plume. This one is really, really good. Anyways, thanks all for watching. I hope you liked this episode. If you want to be part of the next episode, there is a link down below in the description where you can submit your song and have the chance to be featured next time and get some feedback. And also, if you're interested in free PDFs for producers, free sound samples, entire Logic projects, the second link in the description will lead you to all of that good stuff for free. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell. No, that's actually what I do on my other channel. Anyways, sign out.